Yeah, so this is literally the app listing for the app, and it's pretty much a sales pop-up app. I'll show you the unique selling point within the app because there's a few apps like this on the App Store.
Yeah, but it's a cool.
And
I've seen it. The fact that you're showing some sort of an app sell on the pop-up, that's really nice. I love it.
It's literally an app that I've used personally as like even a merchant, and I felt like it could always be a tiny bit better. And the better was literally being able to showcase, customer baskets, and it's not really something you would see conventionally on like, standard sales pop-up apps, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess merchants will have a way to like stand out, with the sea of apps, the sea of stores that have, the same pop-up app, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so essentially literally you'll be able to click through it as a customer, add the individual products to cart, and they'll be essentially able to check out. I'll show you the application from the merchant's point of view, which is here. So essentially the settings section is quite simple, like it's literally by design.
One second before we get to that, a few questions before we even dive deeper into like everything, so just so I can get to understand everything. What's your background? Are you a merchant? Are you a developer? Are you none of the
So I'm not even a developer, so I'm literally a non-technical co-founder. Right. So it is literally a thing where I started in e-commerce, and it was by chance I made a connection with a guy who was pretty much killing it in that world, and he tried to transition from doing traditional e-commerce, which is traditional dropshipping, into something more software orientated. And he wanted to launch a Shopify app in the chargeback protection space. And it was a thing where I was thinking, a Shopify app, how are you going to do something like that? And he even told me that he was hiring developers and stuff. And I couldn't really fathom, the idea of turning like an idea for like a software into reality, like as a non-technical co-founder.
Yeah.
I've always had that like idea in my head that you needed to be a developer to like bring things like that to life, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And you've literally shattered my, reasoning, because as soon as I stumbled upon your channel, it literally felt like a godsend, because
and boom, you got an app on the App Store. That's nice. Oh yeah, dude, that's nice.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's literally a thing where when he was launching his app, I was literally thinking, where can I find a developer? How will I convey, this particular type of idea to the developer in a way he will understand, and it will literally match my vision. And your channel provided the structure that I needed to basically bring the idea to life, and I've been able to bring this idea to life.
Dude, I'm so happy to hear that. Like that's really nice. I'm glad it's giving some inspiration. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So all right. I'm writing a few extra questions for later on. For now. All right.
Yeah, so I would like to start with probably the pricing model of the app. This is literally what I was trying to get sorted out before we jumped on call, because the app was literally a 10-day free trial, and it was literally just one plan. And I thought that a free plan was necessary to be added, because the merchant that installed my app was literally telling me, like, if you want to reduce like the friction when it comes to like a brand new merchant that's probably never seen your app before, and literally his first impression is literally your app listing, like you should obviously offer a free plan. So
yeah, all right.
Yeah, so literally from the back end now, if you can see, I've made it so it's literally as merchant friendly as can be, even though like last minute I was throwing the obstacle of figuring out a way to convey the new Shopify changes. Like, I don't know whether you're aware of this, like merchants will have to enable the app from like the theme editor, and this was something that you didn't have to do before. So I was literally trying to get my developer to scramble and literally get this pop-up added in as soon as possible. So like from the back end now, if I scroll down now, you can see all the standard settings like the merchant can fiddle around with in terms of like customizing the notification here at the bottom to their liking so it can match their storefront. I was very, very big on making sure like my developer added all these options because I wanted the merchants to like have free reign on how the pop-up looked on their store, and it was basically easy for them to pick up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Having like installed the app straight away. So if I click on the analytics section now, let me just reload my page. Yeah, here we go. Boom. So sorry about that.
No worries.
Yeah. My internet is literally moving crazy slow. Yeah, so I clicked the analytics section now. These were the metrics that I thought would like be very useful to the merchant. Things like, you know, how many orders the app has gotten them, how much money the app has made them, how many like add to carts, which is literally the call to action.
You said there's clicks and add to carts. What's the difference between clicks to add to carts? Clicks?
Yeah, so clicks are things like them interacting with like the image. So like if you click this the image on the sales pop-up, that counts as a click. Clicking these icons here, this counts as a click. So it's literally interacting with the sales notification.
Got it. Wait, what are these errors? Are they switching between products or between images?
Pardon?
The
errors. Oh no, they're switching between products.
Got it.
Yeah, these are individual products. That was like the whole thing. I wanted the sales pop-up to showcase like the customer's entire basket. Because imagine you land on like a clothing brand, like a Shopify that, you know, sells clothing. Like you could, you know, take inspiration from, you know, people that are currently shopping on the store. Maybe you will see like a combination of hoodies, sweatpants, and shoes that, you know, Andrew bought from, you know, xyandz.com. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
and
of course.
I really thought it was something that would make sense.
Yeah, all right. So, okay, and since when did you launch the app?
Literally launched not too long ago, literally on the 16th. But I had literally switched on the unlisted option and, you know, been getting feedback from the one merchant that has the app installed.
All right, and so before we kind of move forward, how many installs did you get so far?
No, it's literally just that one merchant. These installs are a combination of test stores, this sale here was me testing out, you know, the new billing. The new plans that I added. I just want to make sure like everything was a-okay, you know, from like, you know, the merchant's point of view, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. All right, and do you have like specific questions you want us to go over, or
so like I wanted to go over like key metrics that I should be tracking, you know, as a brand new app, because I wanted to even talk to you about a strategy in terms of like, you know, pushing the app out there. I was thinking of pushing it with, you know, TikTok influencers that are in the e-commerce space. So I would, you know, incentivize merchants to install the app by, you know, maybe offering like a giveaway to pay for like the 1 month's plan or something like that. And obviously the app offering a free plan, I think that would be like a great incentive for them to install the app, because it's a riskless like transaction, if that makes any sense.
Got it. All right, so
I want to know what you think about that.
Okay, so it's a lot of things. Okay, so I have a few comments. I think in general, I have a few. I'm gonna send all of it to you after kind of the call. I'm gonna send it to you over WhatsApp, and you know, you can take it to whoever you want. There is no, I don't think that there are right or wrong answers. Eventually, it's just what you want to do. It's completely up to you. Just from what I'm seeing, I had a few comments. I think the idea itself makes a lot of sense. It makes it's unique in a way, which is good, because there's tons of apps that are just shit. They're all the same. And you have some unique selling points that others just don't. So I want to ask you, first of all, how did you come up with the specification documents and the mock-ups and all that?
It's literally from watching your videos. It was a thing where I used a combination of Figma, designs, because I got very, very acquainted with using Figma, as like that's literally been like my best friend through this whole journey, because it's literally an easy design tool to pick up, especially as a non-technical co-founder and founder. It's literally a thing where you can find a bunch of different templates and piece things together. And if you even look at the back end of my app, it's very, very relatively simple, and that's literally by design, because I didn't want it to be too complex. I didn't want to have to hire like a designer to create some complex design that was so unnecessary, and the merchant will literally look at the app and be like, this is literally a mess, like where do I even start? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get what you're saying. As for the design, I would recommend moving forward, at least maybe not from now, is just you need to create some sort of a design language. I've seen there are too many fonts, too many sizes of the text, too many types of backgrounds, or too many types of colors or drop downs. It needs to be very, how can I say it? Sorry, my English isn't perfect, but
that's all right.
It needs to be the same, like uniforms, pretty much. There need to be a unique design language. The easiest way to go, and this is what we usually do with all of our apps, is just use Polaris. It's the design framework by Shopify. You can download their Figma file and use their components to make sure that it's all looking sleek, and it's something that merchants are already familiar with. So I do recommend moving forward, just make sure that you don't have to implement Polaris. This is just the easiest way to go, because you don't need a designer. You already know how Shopify works. And then and it's just the easiest way to go, because they already tested everything and merchants are familiar with it. So that's just 2 notes that came up. Yeah, all right. You already answered that. Yeah, one other thing is, I've seen that on all of the designs, you have a few designs for this pop-up. There is a cart sign, cart like icon on it. What's
well, let me share my screen so you can tell me.
Yeah.
So
dude, you have no idea how tired I am. I just went off like a 12-hour shift.
Yeah, I can tell, and that's why I really appreciate you being able to even jump onto this call.
I really felt like uncomfortable with all the times I had to reschedule. So I said, you know what, fuck it, let's just do it tonight. And
I really appreciate it.
So you see that next to the product image there is the cart icon. So why is it there? I'm trying to understand the point of it.
Yeah, so like in terms of it being there, I literally just added it because of just design sake, I guess. Do you think I should remove it?
I don't know. It needs to have a point. If it doesn't have a point, then you should remove it.
Do you think I should make it link to like the basket, I guess?
Maybe or you can just make it a custom icon, and the users can do whatever they want.
Okay, yeah. That's what I can add as an option. Yeah, I'll probably do that.
Yeah, in general, I would let everything be customizable so that customers can the merchant can define everything. If some things are not customizable, this is usually where you start getting issues, because merchants can make it. You want your default to be very good. You want it to be strong, so it will fit most merchants. But you want to make it...
that is a very good point.
Yeah. But you do want to make it in a way that they can change it if they don't like it. Because usually what we do is we set the defaults in a way that is the most beneficial to merchants, because we know that. But if they do choose to change it, usually it's going to hurt their conversions, but it's up to them, it's their business. So I'm just saying, just make sure that everything is customizable. Okay.
Will do. Appreciate that. I didn't even think of that. That's crazy. Yeah.
It's just a simple, small point. One other thing is few other things that are very important. You're displaying an actual product on this pop-up, right? So if you're displaying a pop-up, there are a few other things you need to display. First of all, what's going on if there are different variants to the product?
Whether there's different variants, I think it would just display the different variants. So let's say if there's 2 different products.
Wait, you think or you know? Like you can test it.
I'm gonna have to double check now.
So you have to test it. What's going on? If there are two variants, maybe. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you can set it up in a few ways. That if you scroll down, instead of showing different products, you're going to show different variants. That's fine. Or you can add a drop down to select the variant, and then by default you can have the first variant. That's also good. And then you need to figure out if there are like, what do you need to do in case the price is different between variants. By the way, you do not display the price, which is not terrible, because if you look at variants and price, things are getting a little bit more complex. So it's good maybe to launch without it. But if you're adding product to cart, you want to know how much it costs. Just makes sense.
Yeah. So in terms of prices, yeah, most definitely.
So a few things, a few things that comes with products usually, price and variants, and then with the product image itself, I see that right now you made it round with some sort of a frame around it. Again, something that I would recommend letting merchants decide if it's square or round, because each store is different, and it might not be for everybody. So just a few points that I think you should like. For a product, there is also already like some sort of a template that Shopify created that is working for products. So look at all the elements that are out there and figure out how you like which one of them is important and how you can display it in a way. Now, of course, you just started out, so it's not like nothing is critical, but these are the main things that came up to me. It's the variant, the price, and the product image.
Like it's been nothing but gold, because these are things that I'm even thinking like a bunch of other. This is literally the thing that a lot of other pop-up apps are also missing as well. The whole pricing thing. Like I didn't even think of it, because when you're on a Shopify store, like usually on these drop shipping stores, all you see is literally this person is bought from this location. They're missing the goddamn price. Like the prices, the variant. I'm gonna literally mess around with some Figma designs right now, thinking of like a way to add those key information in a way that doesn't really clog up the design of the pop-up. But honestly, Eric, I really appreciate that feedback.
All right, sure thing. So a few other questions. In terms of development cost, how much did it cost you to develop
it? It literally cost me about $1,000.
Awesome.
Yeah, about $1,000. Yeah.
This is great. All right, so this is great. You're working. Okay, so and the developers are from India, Bangladesh, Pakistan. All right, so cool.
Pakistan.
Okay, cool. So this is great. These are how many did you interview before you got to this?
It literally was a thing where I was so lucky, because he had literally taken down his Fiverr profile, because it was a thing where I reached out to him on Fiverr. I DM'd him. I was like, hey, literally, let's take this conversation off Fiverr, because I literally went back to his Fiverr profile and was gone. And if I hadn't told him to message me on WhatsApp, he would have been on lost contact. So I've been working with this developer for a while, because this is not
It's like, are you paying him by the hour or for the entire project?
No, it's literally he gives me like a quote. I'll even show you like the first app that I launched using the course on your channel. I'll show you now. This was literally the app that even gave me the capital to even work on this app. And let me show you now. I sold the app, by the way, just to give you a heads up. It was a thing where I had got it to like about 30 paying merchants. And I think
it's your app or his app?
Pardon?
It's your app or his app?
No, it was my app. So this was my first ever Shopify app idea that I used. This, when you were launching your non-technical co-founder course. So this was like a year ago. If you check your YouTube channel, you'll see my comment like a year ago saying like, this is really helping me out as someone starting out in the ecosystem. It was literally like an app idea that was inspired by a tweet. I'll see if I can get it all up for you now. Let me jump onto Twitter, because I documented it on Twitter, because it was a thing where like there's literally zero to no information about launching like a successful like Shopify app out there. And the only platforms that I guess benefited from being on was literally YouTube and your channel and being on Twitter. So I'll show you now. Let me see if I can get the tweet now. All right. Sorry, my internet is quite slow.
Yeah, no worries.
Let me get the app. So it was literally a delivery estimation app. I guess at the time the unique selling point was I don't know whether you've seen this widget before. Like it's inspired by Etsy.
Yeah.
So if you looked on the Etsy product page, they had like a beautiful way of like, conveying, the delivery date of like a product. And I was thinking like, this looks amazing. And it was literally, I'm trying to even get the tweet up.
Wait, so you
Twitter
did this app before you watched what we...
Yeah, before I launched this app, yeah. So it's literally, I wish I could get up the tweet, but literally the tweet was of another person talking about how this would be such a sick Shopify idea. And I literally just took the tweet and ran with it and basically was like, I'm going to bring this to life.
So wait, you already have paying customers, right?
Yeah, I already had paying customers at the time. And it was literally a thing where at the time, because I guess I didn't have like a solid understanding of being able to like scale up the app, because the way I got into the paying customers, literally posting the app in Facebook groups. And when I got those paying merchants, I thought like, how am I able to take this up to the next level? And I guess I just couldn't really figure out how to scale the app. And I thought like this was as far as it was going to go in terms of merchants. And boy, was I wrong, because when I sold the app, my whole reason behind it was I'm going to sell this app to someone that will be able to scale it up. And I'll use the capital to work on like another app, which is the app that I'm working on right now.
Wait, so you sold this one?
Yeah, I sold this app, and You'll see the guy's face on the app. Yeah, his name is Matt. I sold it on Microacquire. Have you heard of that platform?
Yeah, for how much you sold it and when?
Yeah. I wish I could disclose it, but what I signed told me not to disclose, if that makes sense.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. So literally, it was a thing where I was pretty happy because I was able to sell it for like a good multiple on how much I spent on development. Because I kid you not, Eric, it was a thing where I launched the app. Within a week or two, I was posting about it like in Facebook groups, and it got traction. A lot of people were liking it, giving me feedback and stuff. And it was a thing where like I really saw the importance of that like validation that you put emphasis on in your videos, like being able to like communicate with the merchant that you're, I guess trying to convince to install the app is so important, because I made so many changes to the app just based off those feedbacks. And I feel like if I hadn't made those changes, it wouldn't have been in a position to even sell on, if that makes sense.
Of course.
So, so it literally was thanks to you that I'm able to be in this position, I guess, like, because it was your videos that provided me the guidance, because I kid you not, Eric, there was nothing online a year ago.
No, I'm glad, dude. I'm glad it's helpful. All right, so now let's get back to your app. One other note that I had about your pricing. So right now, from what I've seen, there is a free plan, and then there is like a button that's going to take you to upgrade, right?
Yeah.
So what I would recommend is, instead of that, just do what we do in Reconvert, where you charge based on impressions, or not based on impressions, but you make it usage based and not subscription based. And then basically, right now you want to charge up to $20, right? So you approve.
So wait, could you show me? Let me share my screen. Let me see if I can jump onto the Shopify App Store. Could you show me which app is doing that pricing model, so I can just have like an idea of how you're structuring the pricing model?
You can use Reconvert, for example.
Reconvert.
So you see that we have, if you scroll down to the pricing model. Oh, they changed the design. Nice. So you see that we have a free plan and then an $8 plan. But so we do have this free plan and other plans. But when you install the app, you approve charge all the way up to the largest plan available, which is right now $800 a month. Okay?
Yeah.
So after you approved it, each month we charge you based on the amount of impressions you get. So you can do similarly. If people needs to go manually and upgrade, they're never going to upgrade. If you get their consent on the first day, then they really don't care about it too much, and you can charge them every month based on the amount of impressions they get.
So when you say impressions, what do you mean by impressions? Because
you're charging based on impressions for the widget, right?
Yeah.
All right. So right now they have how much? 500 free impressions.
Yeah, so it's literally a thing where they will get 500 impressions.
All right, and then if they get more than 500, what happens? You stop showing it, and they need to upgrade, right?
Yeah, they're gonna need to upgrade.
So they're never going to do that. They're just going to stay forever on the 500 plan.
Yeah, they're gonna stay on the free plan.
Yeah. So what you want to do is just approve, use the usage charge payment method by Shopify in the API. Set it up to $20, and then they have to. And by the way, change it to $99.99. It's just more convincing. Or 19 and then merchants are going to approve it on the first day. It's very intuitive for them, and then every month you're just going to charge them based on the amount of the impressions. So it's going to be a dynamic pricing, and they don't have to reapprove payment all the time. Okay,
no worries.
It's super
that
important.
Makes so much sense.
Super important. And then what else? One important metric that you didn't mention on the dashboard is the amount of impressions you've had for the widget. So you show clicks, orders, and revenue, but what about impressions so that you can calculate click rate?
Yeah. Because it's because when it came to like updating them about the number of impressions that they use, this is literally where it would be displayed. That you say.
So where are the analytics? Can you go to the analytics section?
Yes. So you're saying that
here, so here you have 4 blocks. I would say you need at least, and it's from the right to the left. It needs to be left to right. So if you have, I would go from the left. You should have impression, and then total clicks, and then you should have probably click rate, which is the ratio between impressions and clicks, and then add to cart. And then add to cart rate, maybe. You can add that, it's not a must.
Is it okay if I write this down? Sorry, let me get this into like a Google Docs. Because, sorry, let me just...
Right.
Sorry, give me a moment. Okay, so from the left to the right.
Never mind. I wrote it down. I wrote down the notes. You can edit. I'll send it to you after.
Thank you.
And then last thing that I think I want to talk about. Sorry if it's not going to be a full hour, but I'm smashed.
That's completely fine. That's completely fine.
So regarding marketing and analytics, did you connect your Shopify, your Google Analytics to your app listing?
Yes, I did. I literally followed. Let me share my screen.
There is a guide by I think it's Rewind. They sent
so this is literally what it looks like for me.
Okay, great. You're already getting get up button goals, right?
Yes.
Okay, so on the left section, can you click on acquisition?
Yeah.
And then overview.
Yeah.
And then you should have direct. Click on that. Direct. And now what you want to do is in the time picker at the top.
Yeah.
Just pick it to kind of at the top right.
Yeah.
All right. Set it up to all time since the beginning of time. You have
where's the option?
No, just on the left side you have an arrow. On the left side, left. Yeah, you have an arrow. There. So just select. Let's say from merch, it's good enough for now. May 1st all the way to today. All right. Click apply. Great. Now let's look at the traffic. All right. Scroll down a little bit. You don't have much traffic, so I wanted to do it 3 months. That's it. All right. Cool. So, and now can you do Control F and search? Search. Type in search. Cool. All right. So what we have in here is we can see that don't scroll up a little bit. My eyes are tired. All right. So we can see that you have here sales pop-up. This is the second result. Sales pop-up. And you are on page 1, position 14. So sales pop-up, it's something that might be a good, you know what, let me share my screen. Let me help you with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
So in terms of marketing, the one thing you should really do. Oh, I can't share my screen because I'm recording the call. All right, so you can share your screen for a second.
Yeah.
I'll guide you through the process, okay?
Yeah, no worries.
So basically what you want to do is right now for marketing, I would focus only on ASO, only on App Store marketing. That's the only thing you need to know. Can you open another tab with the Shopify App Store and type in sales pop-up? Right, but just like it's typed in the Google Analytics.
I'm even struggling to see where. So,
okay. So
where
in
does
the,
it
in
show
the,
like
in the,
my
yeah,
position?
this one. You see, it says sales plus pop-up. It means sales space pop-up, and then it says interposition 1. Surface
interposition.
Yeah, surface
1.
interposition 1 means it's page 1, and then surface interposition means 14. That's like the position in the page. Okay. So type in sales space pop-up on the App Store.
Yeah.
And
sales pop-up.
Yes, exactly. Now, just what you want to do here is just Control F and just search for sales pop-up the same way. All right, cool. So what we can see in here, scroll all the way to the top and scroll down a little bit. You can see that this is sorry. It's kind of a competitive keyword because most of the keyword here, most of the apps here have it on both the H1 and the H2. So keep scrolling down a little bit. All right. Yeah, it's getting less competitive. All right. Cool. And you should be somewhere at the bottom there.
Yeah.
Okay, so what you want to do is, so this is just an example of one keyword. Where is your app here?
Say that again.
Yeah, open it for a second.
Yeah.
And now what I want you to do is scroll down to the long description, click expand, and then type, search for sales pop-up again. All right, scroll down a little bit. Scroll down a little bit. All right. So yeah, all right. So one thing you can do to get better ranking right now, scroll up to the key benefits section.
Oh, sorry.
It's at the top, above the long description. Above the images. Yeah, here it is. So you see that you have here, in the key benefits, you have the H3, which is the engage more visitors, customers notifications, no hassle setup. And the H4, which is the description below. In both of them, you don't have an exact match of this keyword. If you just insert this keyword to these two, wait a few minutes, and search for sales pop-up in the App Store again, you're going to jump up to a better position.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely reword all these things. So I should implement sales pop-ups into these
two
benefits.
Yeah, into these key benefits in both the title and the description. Okay, and what you want to do, the only thing you can do right now to get more traffic for free and in a way that is automated and effective is to go to your Google Analytics, go through all these keywords and see where you can shove them in to get better results. Okay, now this is first step. Second step, do you have a live chat in the app?
No, it's literally currently just a need help button, and they'll be able to.
This is how you're never going to get better. You need to have a live chat within the app, and you need to stay every waking moment in the app, answering questions and asking for reviews. That's the only way you're ever going to get reviews. All these leave us a review email or a banner, it's not working. The only thing that works is you talking to customers and personally ask them to leave a review with a link to the App Store.
Okay? Could you recommend any
Crisp, it's free. I'm going to write it down.
Yeah.
Crisp, it's free, it's awesome. We use it on all of our apps. And that's what you want to do. For now, focus on ASO, finding more keywords you can rank, more and more, and getting reviews, because for each review you're getting, the weight you have on your listing is much better. So of course,
this is so crazy because like you've literally blown my mind. So you literally utilize Google Analytics to have a look at the keywords people are like searching up to find your app, and basically putting them in your app listing and experimenting and just like, wow.
All right. I'm just organizing kind of the notes I gave you. I think that's it's not going to be super organized because I'm super tired, but I think it's good enough for now. Listen, I really think this is solid for now. I wouldn't focus on influencers at the moment. Your app is definitely not good enough. I'm saying it in a way that is carrying. I don't want you to waste money where you shouldn't right now. So focus right now on these things: ASO and collecting your views with everything. Like right now you had one install, right? Do everything in your power to get this person to give you a review. And it's important to understand that merchants not just give reviews because the app is good. In most cases they give a review to you as a person because they like you. Okay, so if you talk to this person and tell him, listen man, I'm just starting out, any chance you can help me out? You see I'm doing my best here, I'm listening to you, I'm going to implement everything, I'm going to do everything. They care about the treatment, about the support, about the effort you're making as a business owner. Okay, you need to understand this. Once you understand this, you can get these reviews pretty easily. You need to be available at all times, as long as you're awake, of course, and you will see how it comes. You get more traffic, okay? The more traffic is getting you more reviews. The reviews is making your app listing more competitive, so you can rank higher on certain keywords, and then you can start aiming to more competitive keywords. And over time, this is a marathon. This is how you build your traffic over time. It's not something that you do in one day. It takes a lot of effort, but this is how you start. Okay?
That is crazy, Eric. Honestly, I appreciate all the feedback, because now like everything that you've been saying in your videos is making total sense. You said you sent me over all the notes. Was this on WhatsApp or
on WhatsApp? I just sent you on WhatsApp. It's like my notes. It's not super organized, but it says
it's fine.
If you have any questions, by the way, dude, feel free to send me like a message on WhatsApp. I'll do my best. As for the video, I'll send you the link after the call so you can rewatch it later. And if you're okay with us using some of it, let me know. I think others can learn a lot from it. So it's completely up to you. If you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, no worries. I don't mind you using them, most definitely. I appreciate this call, even you staying up to literally provide all this feedback, because right now all I'm going to be getting onto is changing up the designs and making this up a lot better. Like you've literally helped me out a lot. I appreciate you.
Okay, and dude, feel free to send out questions. I don't want you to think like this is over. Feel free to reach out. Like I know I'm sometimes busy and I don't always have time, but sometimes I do, and I'll do my best to be available. Okay.
No worries, Eric. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Right,
Enjoy the rest of your night.
All right, bye.
Take care.